nights like this. Always wanna talk when I look nice like this. Shooting all your shots and they all go miss. Can't be that girl, you gon' add to your list. Oh yeah, that's big facts.
Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. What's up, Scorpio Mo?
What's up?
What's going on with you? How's your week been?
Long. I'm thinking Monday was Tuesday, Wednesday was Thursday. It kind of threw me all off. It was a long week.
It was a good week. Well, I am out of the studio. I decided to come downstairs. I have on my robe. I'm just feeling very relaxed this evening. It has been a long week, a very eventful week on my end.
I seen you doing press and all kind of stuff. Okay.
Yeah, we did. The Jada Pinkett cover finally came out this week, and that was interesting. It was a lot of good feedback.
I'm about to ask you that. Did you get any feedback?
Yeah, I got a lot of good feedback. Hey, Kay, you guys come on in. Make sure if you can hear me, you put an XO in the chat. I am not in my regular studio. I decided to come downstairs because it was light and bright. I did the IG pre-show tonight on OWN's IG. It was really dope. All the ladies from Ready to Love, Make a Move stopped in. I had Sharice. We talked to Zadia, Bernicia, and Ashley. So it was good. It was good. So yeah, I thought I would just hang out here in the foyer tonight to do a little do the show from down here. But yeah, so you said you had a long week. Did your week consist of any dates before we get into this?
No dates, but I bumped into somebody day before yesterday.
You bumped into an ex?
No, someone was trying to get to know that we were talking about the hearing impaired girl. Remember? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We spoke her up, and I saw her. She was 3 hours. It was in Publix. She was a couple of checkout lines, and I just thought about you. And I started laughing. I was like, man, here go this girl right here.
All right, yeah. Okay, so that brings me to my first question of the night. Now we're gonna I want you guys to use the hashtag in the chat. First of all, please make sure that you like this chat. Mo and I are coming every Friday with these recaps. Make sure that you like this because it's getting ready to be a long night. Tonight's episode was crazy, but first question of the night is based on what Mo saw. So Mo went out with a young lady that was hearing impaired. And he was telling me about some of the difficulties on a movie date.
Yeah, that was kind of like, I don't know why I picked go to the movies. I don't know why. I'm still trying to think about that to this day. This was a while ago, but I saw her and I was like, wow.
Okay.
It was that's when I realized I did not have patience, or I didn't have the patience I thought I had.
Question of the evening: could you date someone with a disability? Either, and we're talking about sight or hearing.
Right.
I'm not going to go into what Mo was saying that happened at the movie date, but anyway, you guys can imagine if you go to the movies with someone who's hearing impaired. First of all, I think they should have closed caption on. Are there closed caption movies?
I mean, I've never seen one, so I don't know. I mean, obviously,
yeah, should be doing.
Huh?
Maybe that needs to happen. Maybe
how do you do that without affecting the screen for everybody else?
I don't know. But let's just move. Let's just pivot. Let's just pivot to the.
Hold on. I gotta say this. Just to give people an understanding. We went to go see Django. This is when Django first came out. It was the first weekend, and I had to repeat the whole movie to her. A slave movie, mind you. So I'm just gonna put that out there. Run with that, whatever you want. It was a long night. I'll just tell you that. Good, but go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
G-Dub said, I dated someone who was missing an eye. It was difficult for me because he did not want to wear the prosthetic, his prosthesis.
Did he have a patch? No.
I don't know. G-Dub, did he have a patch? You know what? You guys, no. Mary asked, why do you have on shades indoors? We get this question every.
You know why? You know why? Because when I look back at the footage, right, my eyes be wandering all over the place, and I be trying to look at my cheeks. It just look crazy, and I look way cooler like this. So I'm just putting it out there.
That's what he really.
I know I'm indoors. I know.
All right, let's get to let's get to tonight's episode, because I was there's a lot here, and this is why. Oh, you know what, Branier? You know, I'm not gonna do it. So G-Dub said he did not have a patch, and Branier said, I dated a dude with a false eye too. I call him 50. You know what, y'all? I'm not going to do this with none of y'all. No, you all or Mo. Not going to do it. And thank you, Miss View, on the great interview with Jada. Let's talk about tonight's episode. And like I said, I'm excited to have you as my recap co-host, because I'm always wondering, what is a guy's perspective of these dates when we see this behavior? Like, what do men think about it? Hey, Mel.
What do you want? Ooh, this is a good one.
It was a good one, right? Tonight was good. Tonight was everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was everything. Okay, let's just start with I'm gonna play a clip here, because we're going to start with the hard stuff first.
There you go.
We're gonna have to start with the hard stuff first. Let's watch this clip about tonight's episode, and then we're going to talk about it. I believe this is the right clip.
Settling into everything.
I just feel like we have to be considerate, because we do have to share this space.
Wait, time out. Anything going on?
I have rules.
The house rules? What
that
are
I
these
don't
rules?
want to be broken.
Like what?
Like, no guys in the house.
What happened? I need to know. I don't see things. How do you tell me?
I mean, once you start drinking different things, you
What
see a
happened,
different
Sharif?
side of people. I think we were just all turned up last night. We turned the kitchen into our own club, and we had a good time in the kitchen.
We had a great time. What a time.
But why is there a rule about no guys in the house? Did something happen?
It's crazy. We were sitting around in the kitchen, just having girl talk.
And we're just like in our flow, like having an amazing time. I asked a question, how do y'all feel about company coming over?
In my mind, I'm just thinking, how do you handle this?
Bernicia says, girl, we all grown. Let's have a good time. Ashley says, I don't care. Do what you want to do.
Unfortunately, Charisse was not having it.
I was very surprised and shocked that she would have wanted to do that. And I just sat nice and politely. I said, I don't want any dudes coming to this house that I'm staying in that I don't know.
I immediately say, okay.
So we thought that was done.
I had to get up this morning to let someone in.
The next morning, I arrived to the house.
Woo! Okay, all right. We are already there already. So I want to ask you your opinion on that clip, and then I'll tell you guys what I think, and then we will discuss.
All right. First of all, I don't think he was actually in the house, right? He just dropped her off.
Well, let's do this. What happened is, I guess she wanted him to come over.
Yeah.
And then they had the conversation. Cherie said she didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So she said, okay. So then she went to him.
Right. Okay. And she had an issue with waking up 6 o'clock in the morning to go let her in, correct?
Yes.
All right. Boy, first let me say this.
Hold on, y'all. You know what, y'all? I'm not gonna do this with y'all in the chat. Y'all are hilarious to me. I dated a guy with false teeth, and I caught him putting them in after he got out the shower. She said, at 20, I stayed with him. He had good D. You know what? Keisha in love? No, ma'am. Tamasha said, I dated a guy with a diagnosed lazy eye, and he always wanted to look me in the eye when we spoke and got mad at me for not looking at him. You know what? You I blame you for this.
First of all, I want y'all to keep this coming because now I'm eventually before the night is over, I'm gonna tell you my deaf girl story. And we go, but anyway, let's get to this. Check this out, right? Oh man. 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, I heard the term rested bitch face. Okay, right? Now, this clip let me see what it really, she has it.
Are you speaking of Sharice? Okay, Sharice. Okay.
Sharice has that face. I'm assuming that's that face. That's what it looked like to me. Okay. I just wanted to get that out the way. I just think that she's a real and I don't understand why, like, everything bothers her. Everything bothers her. And if there was 4 people in the house,
yes,
I don't know if they do it diplomatically, but she should have been voted out anyway. And nobody came in the house. She went out.
Yeah.
I'm just like confused.
Yeah. Well, I can't not read these because they are hilarious. Lonnie, I met a guy with no bottom teeth.
Hey, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is the thing. Okay. First of all, I asked people if they could live in a house with 3 other women, because I think that as a grown woman, I know what my boundaries are. Everybody has different boundaries, right?
Right.
Me personally, if I'm staying, like if I go out of town with my girlfriends, right, and we stay, and we stay, a lot of times we stay in an Airbnb. If the Airbnb has separate bedrooms, I do think we have to be careful, because if you allow somebody in the house, you know, they could potentially cause harm or bring harm to everybody there, right?
That's possible.
But I guess I just feel like you can't really tell grown people what to do. So I don't think unless, you know, now if it's my house,
right?
What, like my house, I do say when my kids were in my house,
right?
I remember my uncle wanted to come over with his boyfriend, and they wanted to stay at my house, and I said, you guys can come, but you can't be in the room getting it in overnight, because I don't even have, you know, men sleep over at my house. You know, right. I don't do that. But that was my house where I paid mortgage, right?
Right.
Different. You're in a situation with 3 other grown women.
Right.
I don't think that I could say that you can't have anybody in the house. Like, that sounds too much like a dorm mom with college students. Now, I do think that I would say, you know what? We all want to be safe. And so if somebody comes, we need to check them out, or maybe we need to know who they are.
Or they can come in the comment area, right? Just
comment, or no, if she wants to let him go to her bedroom, I ain't got no, that ain't my bedroom.
Right,
I'll lock my door. I don't have to deal with that.
Right.
But if she wants to let him come to her bedroom, you know, it's just, I just have friends that I don't really think I would have that issue, because I think the kind of friends I'm with, we all kind of think the same way.
I seen her right after that. She said, "You're staying with me." You see how she said that?
I didn't like what she said. I have some rules and I don't want them to be broken.
Right.
That felt like it was her house. But I do want to acknowledge that, like a lot of people are saying, that this is a crazy world. And I don't know about having a stranger with access. That would be scary. But I would never say to other women what they could not do. I think I would probably ask production. Now, if it was against the rules for production, right, then I would say we need to abide by the rules of production.
Well, check this out. It's all production. This is not like a real house. Let's start there. You know, the TV house. And the second, he didn't come in.
But she wanted him to come in, and then when he couldn't come in, she went to him.
He still had an issue.
That's true. That's true.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, I will say this. G-Dubs asked if I interviewed Sharice. I did talk to Sharice and the ladies tonight, And I got some good information from Sharice. Sharice admitted that she has never lived with anyone else in her life besides her parents, right? She never, hey baby, my gun boss says they should have got a room. I think they did, but then there's additional problems there. But I think when you think about a person, Sharice doesn't have any children and she's never lived with anyone. So she has a different,
She definitely lived with a man before, I could tell.
Mo. Okay. But she also has never lived with women either, right? So that's the issue as well. I think her approach is off, but if she doesn't feel safe, I do think the other women should acknowledge that. Now, after the guy did not come, Zadia went to him. My problem with Zadia is that she lied. Like, to me, let the lie go. Okay, you stayed out overnight, you grown with a guy. She lied in front of the groups where everybody else was looking like, were you in your room? I was in my room. I was in my room. She should have just said, no, I didn't. I wasn't in my room. It's cool. But then for her to, I don't know why she would call Sharice out of everybody. That's the problem. She should have called Ashley because Ashley said she'd be up all night and all morning.
Right. I don't know. Maybe her room was closest to the door. I don't know.
Do you think that Sharice was being extra when she was like, I'm not the doorman. I'm not none of that. You know, why would you call me?
You broke my man. She's extra on everything. Everything. Run.
Well, we're not even locked in there. And I did talk to Ashley. Ashley did tell me because she was hyped up during the conversation. And she said she's at 6 o'clock in the morning. She's on 10. She's hyped. Ashley is kicking it at 6 o'clock in the morning. I told her that may be a little bit much for me. I probably would lock my door. Exactly. If I was in the house with 3 other women I didn't know like that, I would lock my door because I'm a person, I enjoy being around people, but I also enjoy peace out and I need a little peace and quiet. Right. So I probably would have locked my door. I don't think I would have cared too much if Zadia stayed out. That's her business.
Why is she concerned?
I don't know. But I mean, she was big mad because she woke her up in the morning. She may not be a morning person.
Man, don't get out of here with that shit. All right.
Okay, let's move on. So let me know, guys, in the chat if you would be okay with, and they have been saying that. I do want to point out one thing before we left. Sharice also, she gave a little sub because she was like, when people drink, you find out things about them. So obviously when the drinks came, she didn't approve of maybe some of the things that were said or some of the action. They said they turned the kitchen into the club.
Right.
Whoa.
Man, she stick up her butt anyway, so like she ain't gonna approve of nothing. I'm just saying.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's get to the dates because so we know tonight's episode, Tamika, the matchmaker, she had the deciding vote of who the ladies went out with. And I feel like she did a great job. I feel like she did a really good job.
For the most part.
Okay. All right. It's hilarious. There's some things I'm trying to wait to the end, but when I saw old boy with the vest on, and again, I just thought of you. I was like, Mo gonna get him. He is gonna get him.
Oh my God. He did it again.
He did it again. I think that's his style. That's his vibe. That's his.
He look fly with the vest. This nigga just keep doing it. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not mad at the vest. It's the choice of vest and the pattern in the back. And then he had the nerve to point it out. He was like, yeah. What?
He likes it. He likes it. He likes it. Everybody has a different style. That is a peculiar style. But that's what he's into, and God bless him. Yeah, God bless him. God bless him. God. Woo! Yeah, but okay, so let's get into the date. So that was Antonio. That was with Sharice the first week. And then this time, another thing, when they Tamika set her up with Maurice, I was like, okay, this is good. At first I thought this is good because Maurice was the only one that came in a full suit. And Sharice was like, that was what she liked about Antonio the first week, the fact that he had on a full suit. kind of until he took it off and was like, bam, with the vest. And then Maurice had on a full suit this time. And I thought he was a nice looking older gentleman. However,
older gentleman.
He did look like an older gentleman. It's okay. She was attracted to him, and he looked like a distinguished older gentleman, right?
Right.
Did you see? And then when he brought her flowers,
right,
you would have thought that that was a sweet gesture. However, the two outtakes of Maurice saying it was easy, everyone loves him. I was like, Maurice is on that BS.
Yeah, see, Maurice look good on paper. You see what I'm saying? He looked good on paper, but as she even saw herself as the day was on, that was it. It was just on paper.
He was not at all into her. He was at play.
He was more than he wasn't. Tell you.
You're right, but she said he looked like money to her. That's what it is. So a lot of times, ladies, we just take a hint. A lot of times, the man that looks good on paper, that has all this stuff, he seemed, he brought the flowers. That was another thing. A lot of times, when a man shows up, but it was all a game to him because he was like, it's so easy to charm people. It's what I do. It's just easy. And then even after,
lawyer, that's what they do.
Yeah, it was real bad. It was bad. And then even when she chose him, and she had to send Antonio home. Yeah,
I guess out the two ends. Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about Sharice saying that? Because I thought that when Maurice said that he had 4 children, but his youngest was 21, right, he was gonna be okay.
Right. They out the house, the oldest one, I assume. And so I think she was willing to deal with it, but
she was still like, I don't really want to date a man with children. I'm like,
she's 40, was she 42?
44.
44? Good luck. I mean,
Do you think that there are men, let me just ask your opinion as a man, because I believe she wants to have children of her own.
Yeah.
She wants to meet a man and have children with him. Do you think that what do you think of the likelihood of her meeting a man that has no children, that's her age, that is ready to have children, is going to be?
Very, very slim. Very slim. And even if she winds up having children, she's probably going to be a single mother.
Mo.
I'm just saying. With that, she's going to be a single mother. I'm just telling you.
No.
She can work on herself. I'm just saying. I hope she sees this. She can work on herself, but with that attitude, she would, I'm just saying. Unless she married an extremely young fellow, half her age. Man, look.
What is it about her that causes you to feel that way? And again, these are just opinions, y'all. This is not to say that's
the views of Scorpio Moe does not. Because it's just the rested bitch face. I'm gonna keep going back to that.
But she can't help the way her face is.
Nah, but it goes with the attitude. It's the energy, and she confirms it with her attitude. That's what I'm saying.
She does, but see, this is what I think. And I interviewed Sharice when she was in the Miami cast. Mm-hmm. I feel like women that don't want to be hurt and maybe have been hurt in the past try to put up walls to protect themselves. And I feel like Sharice has a sweetness inside. I feel like she has a defensive wall up, Mo. It's a wall.
You're 42 years old.
She's 44.
44. Okay. 44. But check this out though. Who signs up? No one wants to be hurt, male or female. So you're just not ready yet, and that's fine.
Yeah. She may not be ready.
If it was a guy, you'd be like, well, maybe you don't need to date right now, focus on yourself. But when it's a woman, you'd be like, well, you encourage her to date and the man has to work with it. No, you're not ready. That's it.
I get it, and I know, Mel. I know, y'all. I just feel like I want her. I feel empathy for Sharice because I really feel like I do feel like she's really been hurt. We saw her father when she was on Ready to Love, and I feel like she hasn't felt protected. The interview with Jada, you guys go back, and Gun Boss says walls, fences, barbed wire, electric fence. Okay. But I feel if you go back to my interview with Jada, I want to ask you this now. Because I think this is big, and my husband will know this with me too. She said, my love language is protection. And I think that a lot of women want to feel protected. And if they don't feel protected, they put up this wall. And I feel like when you meet a man that makes you feel safe, then Jada said that when I feel safe and secure, when I feel protected, then there's a whole nother garden for a man to enter. And I agree with that. I think that the feeling protected, when a man makes you feel like you can trust him and that he is going to protect you from even things that he could possibly do to you himself. I think that a lot of women let those guards down. I'm not saying that you all need to take out your hammer and nails and take the fences down, but I'm just saying that that's really what.
Wait till you meet that man then. That's it. If he's not there, move on quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wait till you meet that man.
Yeah. But how do you know? Like, for me,
that's on you to know.
I had to give my husband a chance, and he made me feel protected, but I had to be open. He didn't do it the first date. The first date, I was like, I don't know you.
See how you just said I had to be open, so it starts with you. It don't start with him.
It does. I want Sharice to be okay. It does. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to Ashley. Ashley. I just think of that song whenever I say her name. Okay.
What song you talking about? What song you talking about?
Thick, 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 thick. She's thick, 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 thick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ashley.
And Marcus. That's who she went out with, right?
She went out with Marcus. And I want to say, this is what I want to say. A lot of times we talk about this every season. Men always say they're the most visual. I don't care if it's man, woman, dog, whatever. Everybody is always more receptive to someone that they are attracted to.
That's a fact.
Poor Marcus did not really have a chance because Ashley was already locked into Donald from week one. That's her type. You saw the way she looked at him.
Right.
And Marcus was not necessarily her type.
Not with that outfit on it, but
okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I liked him. They went to
cool, but
yeah, they went to a ice cream date. I thought about you.
I know you did because I did too.
Yep, gelato, and they went on that date. Now let me ask you this: I told Ashley when I talked to her earlier tonight, I like the fact that she looks so different than she did first season when she was on Ready to Love. She was on the first season of Ready to Love.
Okay.
And y'all see my dog is just. She wants to be in the shot. She is just sugar pie is okay, mama. She cut off all her hair and dyed it blonde. And I told her it just really brings her face out and her really pretty eyes. I mean, I like the cut. What do you think of her haircut?
I like well, I don't know the contrast. I didn't see the first, so I don't know what it was before.
Yeah.
I like it on her with this right now. She's pretty woman.
Yeah, she's pretty.
And she has good energy.
She does, but again, she's bubbly like that at 6 a.m. Mo. I asked you about that last week.
I couldn't do it, but you know.
Right. Yeah, but I think that somebody will be up for it. I think she needs a really laid back guy so that she can like pick him up and
No, I don't think. Now, see, last week you said opposites don't attract. No.
Maybe if she gets someone that's like her, I can't be around him all day. We could be around him for a little while, but then I would have to, because she is on 10 all the time. And the one guy, Marcus, he's assistant principal.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
He wasn't gonna be able to. He wasn't gonna be able. Ashley gonna be dancing, and he wasn't gonna be ready for that. But I don't, you know, Donald seems more her speed. My thing is they're very attracted to each other.
Yeah, I don't know if that's. I think you want to need a little bit more than that, because even he's still more reserved than she is.
I think everybody is more reserved than her, and I feel like with her, if she gets a guy that's that amped up, my God.
Hey, it's men like that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you know any?
When I was not now. I mean, I don't hang out with them, but yeah.
It also could be extended release Adderall, which is for 12 hours. I'm on that too. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think that's just her personality. She's somebody that you love her because of her energy. Like she's
Right.
It's contagious is what I'm trying to say. So yeah. So I don't know. I don't, this is probably a bad idea. Y'all see the dogs. They're not gonna let me live. They are not gonna let me live. Kane, go to your bed. This is what y'all be hearing barking all the time. Go to your bed, dude. Go to your bed. Go.
Yeah, anybody know anybody with like one leg and dated somebody? So I want to hear some more stories. But go ahead, Chris.
Hold on. Mo, ask me about this.
Okay, so I went out with a girl and we went to go see
Django.
And I kind of forgot that because she can hear, but she can't really hear. So we're watching Django, but every time somebody says something, she would lean over to me and be like, "What you think? What he think?" The whole movie. So she'd be like, the dialogue that happens, she'd be like, "What do you think?" And I'd be like, "He said, you know, you can't treat him like any other niggas because he ain't like any other niggas." She'd be like, "Huh?" And then I'm like, "He said you can't treat him like any other niggas because he ain't like." Okay. Fast forward, we went on another date. Well, we didn't actually go to date. She came to my house, Netflix and chill.
I didn't know this part.
No, you do. I told you this part. She came and she was like, the remote. And our remote, she put the TV on closed caption. Like, cool, no problem. She was sitting on the left of me, and I could see her ear, and I could see the hearing aid, but the hearing aid was dirty. It was like really, like, I don't know if it's earwax, hairspray, it was some stuff clunked up in it. And I was like, I was totally turned off. I said, I'm never gonna call her back again. I'm a ghoster. So she went about her way into the night. She calling me and texting me for like 3 days. I never responded. Mind you, I never watched TV in my living room. Came in the house, I decided to watch TV in my living room. Turn on the TV, it's still on closed caption. And I cannot get it off. I don't have the original remote at the time for the TV, so I had the universal. And I'm trying to figure out how to get it off. And then I was like, man, I do not want to call this girl. I was going to leave it on, you know, but the closed caption was moving fast the way it was coming up. And I'm dyslexic, so I couldn't really catch it all the way. So I was like, you know what? I got to get it off. I called her. This is the front part. I called her, and I was like, hey, real quick, I ain't going to say her name. And I was like, I got a question. How do you get the closed caption off the phone? And then she just paused, and she was like, figure it out yourself. And hung up the phone up. Man, I was mad. And I saw her Thursday. It was Thursday or Wednesday in Side Publix. And I was like, man, I would go over to say something to her, but nah, I just left it alone. But that was my, I did not have patience for the, you know, and she was a sweet woman. She just wasn't for me. But
I wish that you would have asked me if it was a good idea to call her and ask her how to get the closed caption off your TV. Why didn't you call someone else as opposed to adding insult to injury?
Well, I didn't know, she knew how to do it, and it was a universal remote. Who was I going? I wound up going on YouTube and figured, you know.
You should have just went on YouTube and figured it out anyway, Mo. You ghosted her.
I was panicked. She had whack. Come on, man. If you would have saw the wax around the hearing aid, it was disgusting. But shout out to her, man. I'm pretty sure.
Shout out to her.
Yeah. I told you about her that time. I told you.
You did. Okay. She did hang up on him, Kiki. He got what he deserved. Anyway, back to Ready to Love. Make a move. Yes. And shouts out to that girl for making a move. Jesus. You don't call her and ask her for that. Let's talk about Zadia and
this was the date. This was the couple right here. I like them.
You like Zadia and Cameron?
Cameron, yes, I do.
Well, she said she wasn't really attracted to Cameron.
When she say that?
She said that he wasn't necessarily her physical type.
I don't recall that. I might.
That you guys let me know. Did she say that he wasn't her physical type? Now, I know she said that she had been celibate for a while and she missed sex.
Yeah. I don't recall. I mean, it might have, but I just don't remember.
Yeah. Now it was confusing me because it said that he was a doctor, but I guess he's a pharmacist.
And a photographer. He has a photography company. Right. And he's a pharmacist. And that is admirable. She was like, he has job after job after job after job. So he had a lot of personality.
I liked him. Yeah, I did like him. I was glad that she did choose him. I also was glad that she told Jabari that she could tell that he liked Bernicia more and wanted to allow him to, to pursue Bernicia. That was big on her part. But I liked him. I liked Cameron.
Boundaries too.
Say it again.
I like the fact that he had boundaries. A lot of dudes don't. He had boundaries. You see how he was like, I'm not talking about that. I don't go back in the past. He stood on that. I like that.
I was gonna ask you that because I know we've talked about how women want to bring up the past and men don't. And she said, well, there's one thing I want to know. I want to know about your past relationships. He shut it down immediately. Right. Tell us from a man's perspective, why do y'all have such an issue talking about your past relationships?
Because it winds up being used up against us later. Because women are good with remembering other females' names. So anything can come up and it'll be like, oh, did you see such and such? You'd be like, you damn near forgot you done told her about the girl or what done happened, and that's, who wants to do that? That's how I see it.
Okay. All right.
Or if there's an issue and then you be like, yeah, I've learned from this about myself because I used to do this and I used to do that. And then if she hears something or she's dealing with you and she has an issue with something, she was like, yeah, because see, you still do the such as, you know what I'm saying? She will use you against you.
But maybe, I mean, I've heard men say that. I've heard that in my house a lot.
It's true.
But it speaks to your character, though. And to me, when you're able to speak about your past, I don't think that was the situation for it. I think that's way too early for her to ask that. Right. I don't know if the producers tell them to do that or what, but I feel like that's way too early. But I do think that you need to be transparent about your past. You could put boundaries on it. You don't have to share everything. What?
The second date?
Not the second date. Not the second date. Definitely not the second date. I agree with I think Mimi. I wasn't crazy about his hair either. It just looked very confusing. It was a lot going on.
He was a nerd. Come on, man.
But nerds are that's okay. Point taken. I wanted it to be a little neater, but that's just me. He had a really nice smile. He was attractive. He was well spoken.
If he's a nerd like that, he'll let her change that.
Yeah.
Me do. Yeah. But yeah, she will let him. I mean, he will let her, pardon me, change that. That ain't nothing.
Now, what did you think? I thought it was I didn't really like Sharice talking to him and asking about what happened. And she did it on camera so that she could prove that Zadia was lying.
Messy. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was gonna be like, that wasn't me.
No, he didn't know. He was like, I'm ignorant here. I don't know what's going on. He didn't know what to do. He was kind of put in a bad position. I don't think Sharice should have done that.
She was being messy.
Yeah, but Zadia shouldn't have lied. That lie was ridiculous, but it wasn't her place to do that. What about when she was in the kitchen and she kept saying that, yeah, he wants to know. He asked me about business, and he had, like, it's almost like she was flaunting that at Zadia in Zadia's face.
Exactly. Once again, it's that added. All that comes with it, man. All of it comes with it.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I did not like that, and I know that she would not have liked it if Zadia was all up in Maurice's face.
But I do like them. I do like them.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about Vernisha and Jabari. You know what? I feel bad. I wish that Tamika, let me put my matchmaking hat on. I wish that Tamika would have fixed Ramon up with somebody else because I liked him. I like Ramon.
He was cool.
Yeah.
You better than Jabari?
Not for Vernisha. No, that's why I said I wish that Tamika. We don't have very many tall, athletic, good-looking, intelligent, cultured brothers. We don't need to lose them. We need to put them back in rotation. We don't want to lose him. So I think him going out with Vernisha was a waste because she was already locked into Jabari. Right. And I do think that Vernisha is probably the most mature person there because she has children. She's been in long-term relationships before. She said she was a little thrown off at the fact that he had never been in a long-term relationship.
Kind of charged him for that, and it was kind of like that doesn't mean that he can't be in one because it was only I don't know. I thought that was a little bit judgmental.
I don't think it was judgmental because I probably would have been a little concerned. She has children. I think she has 2 or 3 daughters. So she probably was like, she really needs somebody that's been there, done that a little bit more. I think that he would have been a good fit for Zadia. Honestly, I think they look like they would have had good chemistry. I don't know, maybe Ashley, maybe. Definitely not Sharice. I don't, definitely not Sharice. Sharice needs an older, patient, well-established man. I think she needs somebody that's patient and can understand what you see is maybe not always what you get. I don't think.
Then, like patience, he has to be an Asian man. I'm telling you.
Then, like, that's a joke that is. We have to tell people what the joke is. So we have a friend that dated, or now is. I don't know. I guess I don't know. He's in a relationship with an Asian girl. And I think, got into an argument one time. And we were at the house and she was downstairs in the car waiting like all day. We kept looking out the window. She was still there. And Mo was like, she has Zen-like patience.
He said, I never seen someone sit Indian style in the front seat. She had crackers. Like she camped out. I've never seen her.
She has Zen-like patience, and I thought that was the most hilarious thing, but she really did. And I think that I think that a lot of people need a patient partner. I think I needed a patient partner.
But he needs to run. She's going to have to run the show. You see how she talks?
No, that doesn't work. Anybody she runs the show with, she's not gonna respect.
Yeah, but see, that's where it gets tangled because she wants the same thing that she's going to push away.
A lot of women do. That's true. That is true.
Like you want that, but then the way you carry yourself, he's not going to put up with it.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But yeah, I definitely agree, Ish. I don't think you can't go from never having been in a long-term relationship to being ready for marriage, and especially taking on a woman that has 2 or 3 children.
Getting married the next day, I mean, the whole relationship takes time, don't it?
Well, he's a lot younger, so he has a lot more time. He probably don't want to be dating nobody 3 and 4 or 5 years.
So how serious is that clock for a woman once she gets 40? Can someone help me with that? How serious?
I will tell you, I think this. I think the clock, I don't think there's necessarily a specific time. But I do think for me, I said I wasn't going to just be a girlfriend, a career girlfriend. I don't think there's a specific time. I'm real I don't think that you put like, you know, times. Like we with last season on Ready to Love, Janelle was like, by the end of the year, I want to be engaged. Like, girl, that's not realistic.
But that, you know,
that's not realistic. But I do think that, you know, we're not going to just be 5 years down the road, still girlfriend and boyfriend, and you are just still, you're getting all this, you know, advanced girlfriend.
It just feels like a
benefits.
Age moves fast, it seems like.
But I will tell you this, and I've told you this, men do the same thing. Because when I would date men that were older, they would be trying to lock it down. I'd be like, sir, I'm not trying to watch
well, you know that a lot of times, and I tell women this a lot of times it has nothing to do with you. You're in the industry where you're around a lot of men. So he's not a lot of times moving fast because of you. He's moving fast because he knows the other men around might be moving fast.
But so that's moving fast as far as locking it down, maybe not marrying. Like men like to claim their territory. Remember, but when they start trying to put rings on fingers, that doesn't usually go as fast, I would think. I've never seen that go super fast.
Right after Thanksgiving, and she's like, it's still not too late to have matching pajamas on Christmas. I'm like, what? It's just Thanksgiving.
Well, she was just looking for someone to be an Instagram profile, to do an Instagram profile picture with.
I ran away.
You do that often.
Sorry.
All right. So again, I think Ramon is a great guy. I hope that we will put him back in rotation, because I don't think that he just is a bad person. I think he just is. And I think actually that's probably better. I think I would rather have a man that hadn't been in a lot of relationships than one that had been, because
that's what I was trying to say. I'm like, he's not damaged. He's not, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, but he's been an athlete and he's lived in a lot of countries, so he's not, commitment could be an issue, you know.
You don't know that.
He's a runner, he's a track star. He could be somebody that would, I mean, if the longest relationship he's been in was for 2 years, and that was 2008, he's accustomed to a lifestyle where it can come or go. So
overseas, maybe he didn't want to commit to someone in another country.
That's good. That's cool. I'm just saying, I understand where Venetia was coming from. I also think most importantly, she just was really into Jabari.
Yeah. So
I wish that we could have connected Ramon with Zadia or Ashley, but I mean, Ashley don't really care because Ashley's in the Donald. So tonight was interesting. I think that my biggest takeaways are, I think that Charisse was out of line. The way she handled that situation with the entire situation with Zadia. I think Zadia should not have lied. I think but
she lied, but I thought within reason.
Oh, they calling you a runner, a track star. Mo, people are calling you a track star and a runner.
I'm talking to. I'm not a track star. I would love to settle. We'll get into that later, but
no, we'll get into it now. What?
It's not my fault. I'm not coming across. You ever see some of these modern women?
What do you mean by that?
The state of a lot of modern women, not all, because I don't want to fit modern mindset. Let me say that.
What does that mean, Mo?
Girl mentality down. I like an older woman, settled. She's not in the street. Why are we talking about me?
But you don't want it. You say you want an older woman, but when the woman came and she had a hip replacement, then you held that against her.
But first of all, you be trying to tell me to go out with people just so you know I'm gonna come back with a funny story because I ain't gonna like that woman. You do it on purpose.
No,
you've done it to me a few times, as a matter of fact.
I didn't know that woman had a hip replacement.
Christal, I told you. I showed you the pictures of this. I showed you the pictures of her.
You didn't tell me she had a hip replacement at first. Then you said she was like grunting and wheezing on the phone. She was like, she told him that he had a hip replacement. You know what?
She told me in a conversation, 1 or 2, she was like, I had hip surgery. And I was like, anytime a woman tells me she done had surgery when I'm trying to get to know her, I automatically think it's certain stuff I ain't going to be able to do. And I'm just turned off. And most importantly, I'm not a runner. I got trust issues, just so y'all know. I do have
to do with the hip replacement.
No, I ain't talking about her. Just when they me, I'm a runner. I have trust issues.
Well, that equals runner.
No, I have good reasons why I have trust issues. I told you that.
I know those reasons. Okay, I'm gonna let you live tonight. I'm gonna let you live. Tanae Bree says Zadia is full of it. So Mo, we know last week.
Y'all don't like Zadia?
Wait a minute. I'm gonna say because last week Mo was clear that his crush on the show was Zadia. Are you still feeling the crush for Zadia this week?
Damn right. Yep.
Even though she stayed overnight with the guy, you're cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You didn't.
I wouldn't have. Why would? What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I'm not saying anything is wrong. I'm just asking your opinion. That's all. I'm just asking your opinion. Did you have a problem with her? So you had no problem with her lying about staying out with the guy?
It was within reason. Maybe they had a thing. She could have got kicked out. I understand that. I understand. Now, if they would have been like, because this is what I thought was going to happen. I thought they were going to say the dude wasn't going to know, and it was a whole nother dude she met somewhere else.
I did too. I thought it was going to be somebody that she knew or somebody that she was connected. So I actually was like, oh, okay, they must have had a real. It's funny because after Sharice outed her, and we found out that they stayed up and they whatever they did. I was like, okay, I feel better because at first I thought that she did not like him that much and she called in somebody else. So then I was like, okay, when she was trying to pick between the two guys, I was like, I sure hope she picks him because she stayed out talking to him until sunrise. So I hope that she likes him enough to keep him around. So I was glad that she did pick him. I was a little concerned when she started that. I don't like the fact that you won't talk about your exes. I didn't know if she was gonna let him go. So I'm glad that she decided to keep him around. I like him. I do like him. Cameron.
Yeah, I respect that. He didn't bow down. He stuck to his I like that.
Yeah. They say stayed up and talked to the sunrise. And I think that's the beauty of the show, like, because it takes you out of, for 2 months, it takes you out of the responsibilities of work and all that, because it's really hard to get to know somebody when you have to be at work all the time, when you got kids pulling on you, when you got responsibilities and different things to do. It is really difficult to get to know somebody. I always say I was very thankful because my husband and I met each other during COVID, like right before COVID hit. So we had I had 3 months where my work was really light, and I was just, we were just talking on the phone all the time, and just we had a lot of time to talk.
Your time.
Yeah.
And there you go.
But I had time. If I had met him when it wasn't COVID, I was busy. I remember I was dating before, and as the guy was like, when the next time I can see you? I was like, 2 weeks from now. He was like, are you kidding me? And that was the next opening I had to go out. And that was, I guess, very unattractive to a guy.
I mean, because what you're trying to figure out is where do you fit in? And in the meantime, you might have other women pulling at you and you're trying to figure it out and they're available, but the one that you see what I'm saying? So yeah. I've run into that several times. I'm just like, I don't see where I fit in. I'm cool.
Yeah, well, that I'm sure. And but the thing about I was cool too. So I'd be like, I can't see you for 2 weeks. That don't work for you. Peace. This may not be a good fit. I was real quick to say that. So I feel Sharice and some of the ladies, because I definitely was dating with some issues before I got some help, which is why I have written a book. For those of you that may need my book, let me go ahead and do a shameless plug here. Shameless plug. My husband's always like, you don't even promote your book anymore. But you guys can get your copy of the book, Dear Alpha Female. It's not him, it's you. Please get your copy. And that book literally is what I learned when I was out here dating the wrong way. The wrong way. I was out here giving people 2-week windows of time I could see them, fitting them in between meetings with the business. It was all bad. Phones on the table, trying to figure things out. And because my business, and I will say, because for me, business paid back. And I think with relationships, I didn't like to be in a situation where I could be investing a lot and may not get much back. So I knew what I invested in my business, I would get back all the time. And I would say, GW, I do think, my personality is not exactly like Sharice's, but I can relate to a woman not wanting to be hurt. And I think that a lot of times when we don't want to be hurt, we put up a defense that can seem difficult.
You ain't nothing like that.
No, I'm not, yeah. But I understand. Have you ever seen a guy do something that you were like, I'm not like him, but I understand? Gunboss said, but I told my husband, we were dating and it was like COVID. And I was like, oh, I have a lot of time now, but I usually don't have a lot of time. And I don't think he believed me, but he learned today. In the words of Kevin Hart, he learned today. And then to his point, he told me that he was country and I did not believe him. And I learned he's very country. It's very country. Yeah. I used to think I like East Coast guys, but apparently I like guys from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Yeah. Nell says, did you find that if you're really interested, you would make time? For me, I did not. Even some guys I was really interested in, but I did not make time because I had a block. I was blocked because I had been so hurt in the past that work was safe and dating was not. And so that is why.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I have this book, because this really kind of helps you understand what I went through. Mo, what were your takeaways from tonight? Because I'm hoping that you and other guys watch this show and kind of have a sneak peek into the psychology of a woman. You probably already are very familiar with it, but
I got 6 sisters, so that helps. One of the things I take away every week I'm starting to see is that there's bad outfits on these men. I don't know who the hell. What? Anyway, you know what? I just think that like women can get impatient too. Like I don't think Sharice gave the guy time. I mean, not Sharice. Bernice.
Bernicia, yeah.
I think she give him like, I don't understand that. And to me, that's what you want. You want somebody that hasn't been too damaged and out here and isn't that what you want?
Can I suggest something though?
Yeah.
Because as a woman, you're looking for a man to lead, right? Okay. And again, I go back to that feeling of feeling protected. It would be very difficult for me to feel like a man could lead me that was a little bit less mature than me in certain areas. I think that she just, it wasn't a good
immature.
He has not been in a relationship. She's been, I believe, married before and has children, and she's a mother. Like, that's a very different life. She has roots. She's been in Houston. She has a responsibility. He's been moving around doing his job. He needs a woman, I think, that is, more has a lifestyle that fits his, and he can grow with her.
Do that anymore though. He's retired.
Understood, but he still has to go through that. What if your longest relationship had only been 2 years?
For a long time it was. In fact, my longest relationship has only been 5. And that was the last one.
What one was that?
You know who, the one that lied about her age. You know who.
Thank you, Mel, for ordering your book. I think that Bernicia just needs a man that's in a different place in his life. And I think that's why her and Jabari make a better fit.
You know what? She hit me up last week and asked me for what was the name of this cologne I wear. Do you know, to give it to some dude was visiting her, because she lives in New Orleans now.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yeah.
To give it to somebody else.
That's okay. That's the equivalent of you calling that deaf girl to get the closed caption off.
Not to watch TV with another woman.
Have you watched TV with another woman?
I most certainly have.
Okay.
But that's not the point. You're missing the point.
That is the point. That is the point. Cam, I grew up near Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Smell like me.
Well, then if you grew up near Orangeburg, South Carolina, you know that my husband is country. I didn't know when he told me he was just a country boy. I just thought he was talking.
Don't put my man, you saying it kind of funny. He's
no,
cool.
No. I'm just saying I didn't know that I like country boys until I thought he was just talking, but he was dead serious. He was serious. man, we have had some experiences. He is definitely country, but it's hey, that's what I needed. God sent me something that I needed. Mel says it's hard to find good smelling cologne, Mo. She didn't have a choice. Let her live.
You know what? I still took the picture of it and I sent it to her because I don't, me and her cool. It's cool. But I just thought it was funny that you would ask your ex to clone so you could give it to some other dude, buy him a gift. I was like, what?
Maybe she wants him to, maybe she liked that smell and she wants to take it with her. It's okay.
Create your own. Oh, anyway.
Oh, stop being a hater. Let her enjoy.
No, I did. I sent her a picture of it and,
All right. So your takeaways are the men are dressed badly.
And I just think patience, like rushing it, patience.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely like the couple of this week. I'm giving it to Zendaya and Cameron. I like that.
Zaya?
Oh no, Zaya. No, that's her name. Zaya. How you say it?
Zadia.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. My bad. Cameron. I like them.
Okay.
With him too. You can fix his hair. He's a nerdy guy. He'll let you change it. It's cool.
I don't know what that means, but I liked you know what? I like Vernisha and Jabari. I do like Donald and Ashley, but I just don't know if that will work long term. I'm ready for somebody else to come in there with that. Obviously, Sharice and Maurice are a no-go. Like, he is a whole old clown.
Yes, he is.
I was like, girl, oh my God. She didn't see his outtake, so she doesn't know how clowny, how much of a clown he was until now.
I definitely think he's probably better than the other men in the room.
Well, he presented well. I mean, I at first when they sat down, I was excited. And then when he had the flowers delivered, I was like, oh, and you see how she opened up when she was like, oh, they're so beautiful.
The fact that he was a lawyer had nothing to do with it.
I think she liked the flowers. Jabari is sketchy.
What happened?
Miss View says Jabari is definitely sketchy.
Oh, yeah.
I think, and I've told you guys this all the time, and I shouldn't say this because, I love, talking about this show, but I feel like any man that's on reality TV, you gotta look at him with the side eye. Because, a lot of times that you don't know if he's there for you or not. I do think that Ashley did not need to use that as her excuse for not liking Marcus, though. She said, well, I don't know if you're here for me or you're just here for anybody. And I don't think he came off like that.
But my whole thing is we're supposed to be meeting everybody and figuring it out. Don't rush me.
Well, a woman, let me say this. Women want to feel like they have been chosen. I have a girlfriend, one of my best friends that I'm not going to say who it is. But she and I would always talk, and she would say, well, I want him to choose me. And I'm like, he has to get to know you before he would choose you. He's not just going to choose you because you're so beautiful. Most of the women in the world are beautiful too, in some way. So you have to let him get to know you so that he will choose you. But women want to feel like you could look at a group of women, see them, and realize there's something special about them. That's how we all want to feel.
Y'all want to be validated. I told you, men make their presentation. If I get down on one knee and give you a ring, you have to say yes. So you have to choose. You have to decide. I'm
just saying that we want to feel like
you want to be validated.
But I'm saying we want to be chosen outside of other women. We want to feel like we're special compared to the other women that you've been with. So that's why Ashley said, well, I don't know if you're just here for anybody or if you're really here for me. But the only way he would not know if he was there for you with one date.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I hear women take me somewhere special on the first date, I don't even know if you're special. Like, you see what I'm saying?
I kind of call BS. Can I call bullshit?
No.
Because hold on, Mo. Listen. Ladies, let me know if you feel me. I know you, and I know some of my other guy friends. You say you don't know who's special, but depending on the way the girl looks, you will treat her differently because of how she looks. I have one friend, he just thought this girl was everything. He chased her for 2 years. Chased her. She had a boyfriend. He kept checking in. He finally got her and he was like, I'm going to cut everybody else off because she is the one I want. She's my dream girl. And guess what? She was cheating on him immediately. So I think that men treat women a certain way because of how they look. You will treat a girl special because maybe she's the look that you want. I've seen you do it. Don't say you haven't.
No, I mean, I might look at, but what I'm saying is, if we're going out on a date, if I treat every woman special on the first date, then who is special? Nobody.
So you have to treat the ones that
I might treat you a little better than the next one, or might go somewhere a little, but is it really special? I have to know you to know. I don't know, man.
Y'all be tricking off on girls that look like you want them to look.
Not no more. No more. I learned my lesson from that. I told you how much I spend a year dating. I ain't doing that no more. But I get it. You might feel a way. You might, I might take her to this place and make an impression. But I don't know, man. You gotta be careful with that. Because she might not feel that way about you, then what? Just like this situation you just was explaining.
Yeah. I'm not giving men the blues for being on reality TV. I'm just saying that you just never know what a person's intent is. And if that's how I met you, for me, you got to realize, you guys, I'm a publicist. I've been in the entertainment industry for over 20 years. So I know what this industry attracts. And a lot of times it does attract people that are very much into, what hype they can get to push themselves forward. And I think that's probably true on either side. So anyway, we thank you guys for hanging out and laughing with us. Tonight has been hilarious. We started this evening. If you guys are just joining or you joined midway through, you missed the beginning of this conversation, to which we asked, would you be open to dating someone with a physical disability? It appears that some of you have been willing and have had experience doing it, be it teeth.
Have you?
No, I have not. Not as of yet.
One leg, other nothing?
Say what?
One leg shorter than the other, nothing?
No, but I do have a good girlfriend that dated a guy that did not have a leg. And I could not tell that he didn't have a leg. I mean, he had a prosthetic, but I did not know that it was a missing leg, because when you put his pants on, you can't tell. I wouldn't have known. Like, I mean, it was my girlfriend's guy, but I'm just saying I haven't had that experience. Not necessarily with a physical disability, no.
Like stuttering, possibly. I know someone that had a leg and their girlfriend hid it from them. I was like he was an older guy. That's a long story, but she did hide the leg.
I don't think missing teeth counts as a disability unless it's an entire row, or you know what I mean? Like if it's like somebody said the whole top or the whole bottom was missing, that's something that's different. I haven't run into that, but someone said there's a fetish for amputees. I mean, this is the thing though. I have not. Oh, G-Dub says I've dated someone who was diagnosed with MS. That's a beautiful. I think love is love, and wherever you find it is where you find it. And we all don't know what the future holds. Like when you marry somebody, and I've asked you this before, when you marry somebody, what if they lost a leg, or what if they gained a lot of weight, or what if they?
I keep trying to tell you, if I'm with a woman and she becomes overweight, I have no problem with that. I'm cool with that. But I'm thin. I'm 6 foot, 194. I'm thin. I prefer not to right now. You cannot start a race at the finish line. She's already there. I don't, but I would love her. I don't care once we get started. I just prefer not to before we get there. That's all. No problem.
Adrian said, take her horseback riding, Mo. Baby, I think Mo is afraid to go horseback riding.
I'm afraid of horses, but I'm going to do it. That's one thing I'm trying to get over. I'm afraid of horses. They are just big as shit. I mean, come on, man.
But that's so funny because when I would date guys before, that's how I knew my husband was the one. Because when I would date guys before, they'd be afraid of the horse, and I had a horse. I remember taking a guy to the barn, and I was like, "Okay, this is my horse." Trying to introduce him to my horse, and he's like, scared of the horse. And I'm like, for me, I'm 5'2". Most men are I've always dated tall, big guys. They're always bigger than me. So for them to be like the horse is big, I'm like, nigga, you're big to me. Like, So I don't understand that, but.
Horse is strong, like a horse.
Horses are strong. I've been kicked by one, but when I went, you wouldn't be kicked because I have one, so I was interacting with it a lot more. But when we went on our first date, we went horseback riding. He had never been on a horse. That their eyes are huge. You guys don't do that. Now I have to post my girl Zuri. I'm gonna post my horse's picture on my YouTube tomorrow so you guys can see her. But oh my God. Hey there said one of my teeth broke off because it's a baby tooth. I got to start saving to get my dental implants again. It's expensive for those of us. Can I tell you that I had the same experience? I had 4 baby teeth that did not have a permanent tooth there. So, and I lost my baby teeth like when I was in high school. Like I was losing teeth in high school. That's a ridiculous fact about me. I have no idea why, but I was literally in my junior year of high school, wiggling and teeth. Like it was just weird. So I had 4 that did not have a permanent tooth. So I had to get implants. But so I get that. Whoever said that, you're my kindred spirit, because my baby teeth were just it. They stayed for a long time, and then it took me a long time to get my
disability, right? That's not disability though.
No, there was somebody else said, and I just never heard that.
Okay.
But somebody said that the horses have big eyes. Anyway, my point is, when I go on my date with my husband, the guy I was dating, our first date was horseback riding. He's never been on a horse before, which is weird with him coming from Orangeburg, South Carolina. He gets on the horse and just starts galloping. He's unafraid at all. He's not fearful of anything. And I was like, okay, I think this could work. Like, because he really is not afraid of horses. And if you have a horse and the guy you're dating is afraid of a horse, kind of like a huge turnoff. So that was one of our things. I kind of like bring a guy out, they'd be scared of the horse. I'll be like, sorry ass.
Get over. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
No, but he was yelling yeehaw like it when I was like, you don't have to yell that. Like Zoo, he was like galloping through the trail. It was crazy, but he's just not afraid. Even when he falls off, he's not afraid. But he did. He's fallen off. Not that horse. When we got my horse. Anyway, that's a whole nother. Not What in the Heartland. Yes, that's one of my favorite shows, Dre Monster. But yes. Anyway, this has been a hilarious show. I don't remember the guy saying that he had cats. Did you hear, Cameron? I think that was a clip from an upcoming show. We won't worry about that tonight. Tonight, let's just end it with, we're rooting for everyone. I told the ladies earlier today, we're rooting.
Lawyer. He got cats.
No, it wasn't him. I know it wasn't him. He got women. That's what he got. He got a bunch of old women.
Oh, exactly. Old women.
I mean, he's 51, but he looked older than 51 to me.
That ain't old. Speaking of birthday,
you do have a birthday. You guys, in fact, yes, we have to have a celebration for your birthday. We will. So is the next time, let me see how many shows we have before Mo's birthday.
2 more.
We have, the second, not next week, but the following week is Mo's birthday. So we'll have to do something hilarious for that. What I do want to say is I have a beauty pack that we're giving away. You guys have a relaxing week as well. Hey, Mawadi. You guys, please like this. If you want to win the beauty pack, you can put hashtag RTL make a move and tell us, would you be willing to date someone that had a physical disability, or if you would be open to living in a house with 3 other women, if it would offer the opportunity to find love. Antoine those questions, and I will pick a winner, and then the beauty pack will be shipped out. We did the first one to a winner. I can't remember the winner's name, but she got a beauty pack from us. And so we have another one for this week. So make sure that you have to be a subscriber. You have to like this post, and you have to put in the chat, hashtag RTL make a move, and answer the questions. Would you date someone with a disability, and would you be willing to live with 3 other women if it offered the opportunity to find love? Mo, we are back here next Friday.
Yep.
10 o'clock for, I think we're getting good. I think we're getting ready to get into it, start to see some real personalities, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we will be, hopefully you'll go on a date next week, and we can talk about that a little bit next week.
I got something lined up. We'll see how it goes.
What day is it?
Sunday, actually. It's a daytime.
Daytime this Sunday?
Yeah, this Sunday.
Okay. All right. So guys, we'll catch up with Mo on his Sunday date. Hopefully she will, have all her faculties.
She better.
Well, you guys have a beautiful weekend. I love you for watching. Make sure before you leave, you like this and share the conversation. Leave your hashtag and answers in the chat, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.